Dark secrets unveiled, betrayal, blackmail, and dangerous alliances. On a quiet Saturday afternoon, Eleanor Harper nervously paced inside her upscale townhouse, glancing at the clock as her phone vibrated. The caller ID flashed Qiana Ray's. Eleanor picked up immediately. "It's done." Qiana's voice trembled slightly through the speaker of her gray Ford Fusion parked discreetly 2 blocks away. She glanced around cautiously, making sure no one was watching. Across town, inside a modest apartment, Tori Davis was nervously typing away on her laptop, ordering prescription opioids using stolen credit card information belonging to a man named Kevin Scott, information she'd obtained from her job at a TD Bank branch. Across town, David Monroe sat in a similar haze, separately placing another illicit online drug order, unaware someone across the city mirrored his actions. Meanwhile, Guy Patterson, a wiry man with a shaved head and several tattoos creeping out from beneath his sleeves, stared down at the paperwork on his coffee table. His hand shook slightly as he reached for his burner phone, frustrated after another failed attempt at silencing the target he'd been pursuing since last October. He didn't realize authorities had already begun silently tracking his movements. Barbara Fleming, known locally as a confrontational woman with a temper matching her fiery red curls, stood aggressively outside Rashad Bennett's suburban home. Rashad, a married man who drove a polished black Cadillac Escalade, confronted Barbara about their heated affair going public. Their shouting match escalated rapidly, neighbors peering through blinds as Rashad shouted, "I told you, Barbara, stay away from my family." Far away, near a serene riverfront property, Roy Anderson walked along the shore outside his luxury villa. Isabella Torres and Melanie Grand stood beside him, sipping glasses of chilled wine, discussing their discreet but determined agenda against a family known locally as the Royal Bloodline. A wealthy, influential family holding significant sway in local businesses and politics. In downtown, the church headquarters hummed with activity. Senior church official Robert Langley met secretly in a secure office with an associate from Eastern Europe named Sergei Vasiliev. Using what they called the power of 3, they plotted a new attempt at silencing their outspoken critic. Unbeknownst to them, surveillance had already picked up their latest plans, noting every detail. In a hidden, modest house near the outskirts of town, a female trafficker named Amber Collins frantically paced. She'd been blackmailing Marcus Fletcher, a well-known local drug dealer with ties to cocaine distribution across state lines. Amber forced Marcus to fund dark ritual spell work designed to sabotage a prominent community activist under threat of exposing his illegal activities. Marcus, desperate and sweating in his black Mercedes-Benz CLS, anxiously awaited instructions, feeling trapped in an impossible situation. Back at Eleanor Harper's townhouse, panic began setting in. Eleanor knew the authorities had discovered the body of a lawyer named Michelle Donovan, who'd been lured into a meeting before. Eleanor and Qiana ambushed her, took her bank information, emptied her accounts, and left her lifeless body in a rented office downtown. Eleanor frantically dialed a number labeled Attorney James Reed in her contacts, hoping desperately the high-priced but notoriously corrupt lawyer could buy them time. Across the street from Barbara's confrontation with Rashad, Wanda Chambers, a Pisces with a reputation for nosiness, watched carefully, texting Marissa Price, "You won't believe what's happening at Rashad's place right now." In this tapestry of lies, betrayal, illicit dealings, and shadowy schemes, each person moved unknowingly closer to exposure, each decision pulling tighter threads around them, setting off a chain reaction bound for a dramatic collapse. And somewhere, quietly unaware of the brewing storm, Thality, with soft, ash-brown hair, continued swinging innocently on the wooden fence gate near a peaceful country home, blissfully unaware of the dark truths unraveling all around her, who walked her own self into the darkest pits of hell out of ego and impulsiveness.